Chase has cut the brake.
All right, we're here at the finish of Stage 3 in San Jose with Chris Horner, who maybe was a little more fit than he was letting on. Maybe you didn't know, but what a ride today.
Yeah, well, it was a good ride. I felt good the whole time on the climb. A little bit uncomfortable with the bruised rib, especially when Levi accelerated, but it really came down to, I think I was the second best climber on the climb, and Levi was a page above everyone else, I think, because he looked awfully comfortable. I'm sure he probably could have gotten rid of even me if he wanted to, but it wouldn't have made any sense. You can't make it to the finish on your own. He had to have some guys. So it was more just getting through his first acceleration, and then after that, getting over the climb, and then working with Levi and Jason McCartney was fabulous, like he always is when it comes to a situation like that. He's always so good at just riding to the finish. Did a good job. Unfortunately, the Rabobank guy wasn't pulling through, and Yenzi sat on two to the finish. I honestly think if all five of us were working, we would have stayed with a minute lead, but people choose their tactics, and for Jens it worked out in the short run anyways. He's got the stage win.
Last year, this race didn't quite fit into your overall schedule. You were traveling to Qatar, you had team presentations, you had other objectives. Looks like maybe this year this race was a little higher up on the priority list.
Well, it really became higher up on the priority list when we changed some stuff. Normally last year we had the team presentation before California, which meant I needed to stay in Europe, and then I needed to fly to Belgium. You're wasting 3 days there, and then you're flying from there over to California. You're wasting another day. Within like a 3-week period, I had like 8 days off the bike before California last year. And so now we changed the team presentations the day after Tour of California, so I was able to go to training camp straight back here, get to a little bit of training and no travel mainly. So I didn't lose any days traveling, which is the big difference. But I'm still not 100%. I'm just starting to ride into it.
Well, I guess the next question would be, how much time have you spent on the TT bike lately? Because it looks, at least on paper, I haven't seen the GC, but obviously you and Jens Voigt and Levi Leipheimer are going to have a leg up going into the time trial. Guys like Cancellara, Julich, Danielson, maybe they're going to have to make up a bit of time to try to get into the top three on the overall podium.
Yeah, I think they're right behind us, though, only by about 15 seconds, right? So we don't have too much time, and unfortunately, ever since I made the move over to Europe, my time trialing has gone significantly downhill. The form's okay, though, so hopefully I can fight through that, but I'm not yet comfortable completely in the time trials. I don't know what it is, but I just haven't been able to dial it in like I used to in the older days. I don't have the bike at home. I don't have the ability to change the equipment to make it fit to me and stuff, so I'm really probably one of the least likely ones to win the time trial, I'm sure, but the form is good. I can go hard for a long point in time, so hopefully that'll make up for it.
Talk to me a little bit about like maybe some of the cat and mouse tactics there going on in the last kilometer. I mean, you guys had a bit of a lead, and it kind of just came down, made for a suspenseful finish.
Yeah, it did make for a suspenseful. Yeah, it was definitely a little bit of drama at the finish. I don't know exactly what the Rabobank rider was thinking, because if Jason McCartney sits up, there's no reason to be behind him. You know he's going to take him off the back. I mean, Levi's the only reason to be there. I'm not certain the strategy of why he wasn't working to begin with, but at the finish it just came down to finally Jens started working through. He was in the break all day, so I'm sure he was kind of tired to begin with and had some right to sit on, but I think if all five of us, like I said, we would have been working out, I think we would have finished with a minute. But it just came down to cat and mouse. I was looking for Levi to jump a little bit sooner, and of course he never jumped, and that didn't help me out any. So Yenzi jumped, and Jens is the man. He is good at winning races when it comes down to that, and lately it hasn't been my strong point of winning races. I'm getting one a year instead of 10 or 12, so sometimes I don't know, when you get used to winning, you're winning all the time, and when you're not winning, it kind of it just doesn't flow right. And today, same thing, it just didn't flow right. So maybe pulling Jens around for as long as I didn't help, but to me it seemed like a good option at the time, and I was hoping Jens would do a little more work, but of course he just did that a little bit at the finish.
Last question. Sounds like, from what you were saying about Levi, like maybe he's a big favorite going to take the overall here.
Yeah, he's got to be time trialing good. I mean, we saw this last year. He was on super good form, best climber in the race, and same scenario. He's hands down the best climber. He's on a whole nother page. And we're just going to wait and see. Normally when he's riding this good, he time trials well too. Last year he was a little bit off on the time trialing, and that lost him the jersey. Now he's going to have to beat Yenzi still, too, who is a good time trialist, especially at that distance. You have a few other guys behind. I still take Levi off of what I've seen. He's definitely riding close to his top form, so I got to believe he's time trialing well, too. But I truly believe right at this point in time it's wide open because not everybody's 100%. So Jens normally has he is a little bit better than Levi in the time trial, but Levi I think has better form, so maybe that'll even everything out. It's going to be a good drama, that's for sure. I mean, you look at today's race, it was drama all day. No one was getting on the front and chasing stuff down so that they can win the next time bonus sprint or something stupid like that. We really had a good race and exciting finish.
Hey, Chris, thanks for the time. Nice job today.
Thanks, Neil.